Hi everybody! Thank you for visiting our website, CleverStocks.com. This is the front-end screen of the software that you will get when you purchase the software from this website. There are 5 basic tabs in the front panel, as you can see. The first tab is for downloading the data. The second tab is for past analysis. The third tab is for future analysis and market predictions. The fourth tab is actually where you can maintain your portfolio. The last tab is for utilities like importing data, exporting data, and updating the software, etc. So let's start with the first tab. So when you come to the first tab, that is Download Data, the first thing you will be required to do is set your stock exchange. If you click on this drop-down, you can see that there are a number of stock markets listed in the software, like American Stock Exchange, Australian Stock Exchange, Bombay Stock Exchange, etc. So you can virtually select any stock exchange from the drop-down menu and set it. Now, after you set the stock exchange, you will be taken right away to the Download Data screen. Here you can see that the Australian Stock Exchange is selected. And you can select the date from where you want to download the data. You can download data from anything between 15 to 20 years, or any period you want. So for the time being, let's start at 2000. Now, the software will download data from 26 September 2000. And when I click Download Data, it will straight away download all the stock that are available on the Australian Stock Exchange from 26 September 2000 till the present date. This is the one-time process for downloading the data. Whenever you start the software for the first time, you will be required to download the complete data for whichever stock exchange you want to use in your analysis. From the next time onwards, when you start the software, you don't really need to download the whole stock exchange data. What you can do is simply go to the Update Data tab, select your stock exchange, and click on the Update Data button, and it will download all the latest data for the particular stock exchange, and it will be updated. At this moment, it's downloading the data for the Australian Stock Exchange. It will take 15 to 20 minutes when you run it for the first time, as there are thousands of stocks available in the stock exchange, and it takes a while to download. You can now see that I have downloaded the data for the Australian Stock Exchange. The table here lists all the stocks with the company name, company symbol, and this table has been sorted alphabetically by the company symbol. You can see that all the stocks have been downloaded for the Australian Stock Exchange and are available on the table. So, after we have the data for any stock exchange, what we can do is we can go to the Past Analysis tab. As the name suggests, this is the analysis of the past year's data to get you the best pick of stocks based on performance in the last few years. So you can see that this section is further divided into 3 subsections. This is the monthly analysis. Using this, you can analyze the data on the monthly level. You can also analyze stocks at the quarterly level using the quarterly analysis button. If you want to just analyze the last month's data or the last 1 year's data, you can use the Recent Past Analysis button to analyze accordingly. I will go to the Current Monthly Analysis tab. Here in this case, suppose if I have to find a stock which went up at least 70% of the days in the month of January for the past 2 years. What this means is that it will give me the stocks which usually perform good in the month of January. It might be because they are seasonal stocks or any other reason. Suppose I select 80% here of the days in the month of January for the last 2 years. You can change the number of years using this box. You can select the accuracy percentage here. If you select the accuracy percentage as 50% out of 2 years, it means that it will give you stocks that even went up 80% in any of the past 2 years. If you set 100%, it will return values only if it has gone up 80% for both of those years. Using this drop-down, you can select any month. After entering the values, you can hit the display button. It will find me the stocks, and this time it has returned only one stock. This means that there is only one stock in the Australian Stock Exchange which went up 80% of the days in the month of January for the last 2 years. So I will bring it down a little bit. And as you can see, there were only 10 to 20 stocks available that went up 70% of the days in the month of January. Similarly, there was another radio button here. Using this radio button, you can select the stocks which gave a particular percentage of return in the month of January for the last 2 years. Let's say if I want a stock with at least 10% of the returns in the month of January for the last 2 years. These are the stocks which gave you a return of more than 10% in the month of January. So you can add any of these stocks to your portfolio. Maybe before adding to the portfolio, we will just clear our portfolio so that we have a clean portfolio to begin with. Now, we can select any stocks here, whichever you like. You can sort this table using 3 columns. I will sort it using average profits. I will select these stocks which are in the top 5. So I already have added these stocks to my portfolio. You can see any of these stocks using this graph. The graph will be based on the last 5 to 6 years of data, or whatever you have downloaded. I want to see the graph. This is the graph for this system. Similarly, you can go to quarterly analysis. This analysis is exactly the same as monthly analysis, except instead of months, you've got quarters here. Exactly in a similar way, except that you will get the results at the quarterly level. I can find stocks which gave me a return of at least 20% in the first quarter for the last 10 years. Now, let me see if I can find any stock. Okay, no results found. I will change this number to 1 year, and it will give me all the stocks that gave me a return of more than 20% in the first quarter of the year. Okay, now these are the results. I will again sort it by average profit and add the stocks at the top to my portfolio. You can see they have been already transferred to the portfolio, and you can export this table to an Excel file, and you can save this table for future use and wherever you can use it. Similarly, in the past analysis also, you can also export this table to be used at a later date. The most powerful feature of the software is the future analysis. This is our main predictor. This uses ARIMA methodology to predict stock market data based on various factors like seasonality, economic movement, etc. Other than the stock symbols itself, I am going to see how my portfolio is going to perform in the days to come. This part of the software is used to predict the future values of any stock, as the name says. All the stocks in the Australian Stock Exchange are displayed in the drop-down, and I can select any stock from this drop-down, or alternatively, just type the name here. Suppose I select this stock here. This selective date checkbox should be used if you don't want to use the current data. In that case, what you can do is tick this box, and whatever date you want the data predicted for, you can select those dates here. Suppose I want to use the software in real time. That means the software will download data for that stock particularly whenever you run the software. and it will not use the database that is currently saved on your computer. So if I check the real-time data here, and I hit the Predict button, you can see that it has showed the past 1 year data for this stock, and it has predicted the values for the next 1 month. So the blue line you see here is the actual stock value, and the red line over that you see is either the modeled value or the predicted value. So the real data is available till this point only, and the stock is predicted thereafter. The current value of the stock is $18.20. Tomorrow's predicted value is $18.21. The 1 week predicted value is $18.23. The 1 month predicted value would be $17.72. You can see the real-time data in this table here. For every date, it shows you the open value, the high value, low value, the close value, and the volume at which the share is traded. Further down, you can see that we have predictions here. We have the data until only the 23rd of September of 2011. Okay, so now you can go to the second tab of this part of the software, which is Predict Best Pick Stocks. So in this part of the software, you can actually select the stocks and see their predictions for the stocks that came prominent in the past analysis. These are the stocks that came prominent in the monthly analysis. So I will just select one of these stocks and see how it's going to perform in the future. I can see this is the date for this stock till now. And if I look at the graph, the stock is kind of going to stay flat in the days to come. So the current value of this stock is just $2.82. Tomorrow's prediction is $2.82 as well. 1 week prediction is $1.81, and the 1 month prediction is $2.80. So it might not be a very good idea to invest your money in this stock because, although it is varying a lot, it is likely to stay in the same range in the days to come. So I will go to my Predict Portfolio tab, and maybe I just select one stock here. If you select this stock, you can see this is the stock that is likely to perform well in the days ahead. The current value is $25.51, tomorrow's prediction is $25.55, the 1 week prediction is $25.70, and the 1 month prediction is $26.64. As you can see, this stock is rising steadily over the last 1 year, and the prediction also is showing an upward trend, so it might be a good stock to invest your money in. I will go to the portfolio part. This is the portfolio that you can maintain here in this software. You can just delete the entire portfolio. You can delete the selected one, or you can export it into a table. You can see the date-wise portfolio here. And you can also see the past portfolio here. In this part, you can select whatever stocks was chosen by you when you run the seasonal analysis that you thought could be good ones to invest your money in. And similarly, these are the stocks which came from the quarterly analysis. So you can always select it and delete any stocks from this list if you don't think it is going to perform based on your future analysis or anything similar. And you can watch your portfolio in 2 other different ways using these 2 tabs. If you go to the last tab of the software, this is General Utilities for the software. You can export the database using this button. You can import it into another system using this button. You can update the software using this button. And if you want to change your registration key or something, you can use this button to effectively do that. So that's pretty much it for the CleverStocks software. Thank you for watching this tutorial.